Hello Collective, thanks for joining me. I'm just preparing some cards for today's little reading. I hope you're all doing well. So thank you to those who have continued to support my channel, and welcome to those who are new. So today's reading, I thought we would take a look and see if there's any messages that you're needing to know right now. And so it feels like something that somebody wants you to know, but it's not being conveyed. So you may be in contact with this person, you may not. And if it's not a person, then it will be feelings towards a situation. So as always, please remember just to take that resonates and leave the rest. Not everything will be for you. If it is, it will resonate. So we have the 9 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So a situation connected to you that has been feeling exhaustive of your energies. If we're looking from the perspective of somebody connected to you and what they're wanting you to know about their current feelings, then they are feeling exhausted with a situation or how it's playing out. Or if it's not a person, then it's a situation on your mind. So we've got here the 4 of Swords, the 3 of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Empress in reverse. We keep seeing the Empress in reverse in a few of our readings, so we'll take a minute to really explore what that's trying to tell us. So this person, they feel that they are exhausted with the pain that comes forward from this connection or their situation that they are linked to or you're linked to. It feels that there's a period of them waiting for a healing process to complete, or they are recovering from some kind of pain. So the pain could be a loss of some kind, whether it's separation from yourself and them, or whether it's you analysing your current situation, some kind of pain connected to that. It feels that there's a resting period that's taking place. It could be from burnout or exhaustion, or just a lack of inspiration or ideas of what to do next. It just feels like not knowing what to do with a situation. So a detachment in this instant feels like it's the most protective of this person. So a hermit energy is coming forward. So someone may be feeling that they've withdrawn or retreated or disconnected from a situation, or this is yourself. It feels that there's a analysing of the next steps. So the next 3 hours, 3 weeks, 3 days may be significant. There's an element also of just being in conflict, whether it's masculine or feminine, in regards to being able to find a balance, whether it's to do with work or love or family, or just having time for yourself or for their self. There just feels like a conflict that's that's being explored within this rest period. So a reevaluation of where they're at right now. It feels that they've been called on a higher level to reevaluate what's going on, and this is why we're getting the sense of this withdrawal or isolation or detachment. And that's a positive thing, in order to be able to step back from a situation that being so close to it, everything, it feels like information or energy or thoughts and feelings all coming and becoming overwhelming, which is the exhaustion and the draining. So within this healing period and this stepping back, looking at the next steps in order to prioritize that is worthy of the time, effort and energy being applied or needed to be applied in order to come out of this healing phase. Hopefully that's making sense. So what I'm being shown is either burnout or exhaustion, whether it's overwhelmed by emotions, or just the bigger picture seems overwhelming and not enough time or not enough resources or not enough inspiration or a higher perspective of how to prioritize everything that needs to be done or fitted in. So this stepping back is almost like a detaching from all situations as much as possible, to then see where the energetic pull brings back into alignment that is the priorities. So by detaching from everything, in a sense, what you're called forward again to invest your energy into, or this person is feeling, then this is the hierarchy almost of the prioritizing. Obviously we know that there's responsibilities and commitments that can't be detached from, but this is an insight into thoughts and feelings of where this person's currently at. So with the Ace of Pentacles that's in the upright, we're being shown here that the priority across the board is finances, resources, opportunities. It's prioritizing the best strategy or best strategic steps in order to benefit the self. And that's not in a selfish sense. It's a need to put the self first in order to lock something in, or lock something in, yeah, like a contract with the self, I'm picking up for some, or a laying of a foundation. With the Empress, it gives me the feeling that there's some things that have been over prioritized, in the sense of not recognizing a worth or self-worth, or a home or home life being upside down. Yeah, so if there's something about this Four of Swords and this Empress in reverse that feel like they're connected. So for some, it's linking to an internal struggle and conflict of trying to make sense of an experience, something that's either happened or is currently playing out. Something about priorities being wrong or misplaced or misaligned, and not seeing the value in something, and this is causing a turmoil. Yeah, and also as well, it feels that there's a link to a fear of investing in a situation, person, place, or thing, and it not being fruitful or abundant. But within saying that, there feels an element of too much controlling the outcome of a situation. We've got here the Six of Pentacles. So there's a feeling of taking each day, each hour at a time, picking apart something or reading between the lines, is taking each element and not analysing, but taking a deeper, and from a healing aspect, it feels that there's a need to take each day or each situation or each thoughts and feelings that's coming up and removing or again prioritizing. So it feels like a sifting through what's giving back and what's taking away. So that's taking away is being removed or placed to the bottom of the list or the pile. Bearing in mind that the way that things were stacked before, there feels that there was either an inability to be able to see a worth, whether that's this person feels that their worth wasn't being seen properly or prioritized properly, or whether this is connected to a situation overall. But with the Six of Pentacles, the wish or the desire from this person is for equal give and take. It just seems like being on different pages to the environment around them, whether that's people not seeing their worth. Yeah, and also with the Nine of Wands, I'm being shown, for some of you, this person feels that they're spreading themselves too thin and there's nothing coming back in to replenish either the energy that's being extended out or the resources that are going out. There's not the same coming back. So this will make sense as well why a prioritizing has needed to happen. We've got here the Two of Wands. So whatever has been done before, the initial plan or the way that something was being handled or worked with has failed, or failed feels like a little bit too dramatic. It feels that there's almost a judgment call needing to be made in a different plan moving forward, obviously. So there's a need to do something different, or not prepared to invest in single-minded thinking. For some of you, it feels that a reworking of an old plan, a reworking of an old plan has been tried and tested, and that's failed to bear fruit. It wasn't abundant. So it's almost like a mechanism or it's like having all of the ingredients that's needed for the desired outcome, but the order that it's been put together or that it's been prioritized, it's that bit that's wrong, or in a sense felt wrong in regards to the initial plan. So now everything's gone back to basics. So there could have been a tower moment experienced before this, what we're being shown. and now it's using the same ingredients but knowing how to rebuild for that desired outcome, but for their energies to be right. So this exhaustion is draining too much of this person with nothing coming back or being replenished, or there's a misperception of how something is being valued, and that's where the discord is happening. I hope that's making sense for somebody. So it's restarting. This is the healing stage, and the picking apart the information or the tools being used, or those that are around this particular person, or who's investing in or who's not. We've got here the Ace of Pentacles. So there is a breakthrough of some kind that's happening or just happened. Again, 3 hours, 3 days and 3 weeks is very significant. It feels that there is an opportunity. This is a desired outcome that this person is wanting. They are now seeing a value either in their self or within the situation that this is linked to. We've got here the Knight of Cups. So emotions again are fully in play. It feels that there's a sense of sadness in promises that are being made but not kept. This is the distortion of how something has had a value placed on it that may have not held that value, or a reworking of the way something is perceived. If it's in regards to a home life or a working environment, it feels that things that have been up in the air, that there's a sense of mistrust that's been placed somewhere. It feels like a miscommunication, or the way that something's been perceived was wrong. Okay, it feels also as well that this bit with the value in whatever the ingredients are, the value is there. It's just, say, something that has high value has been placed on a low priority, and it's that needs to be changed. There feels like an insecurity of loss, or of a plan not working out. So this is where the exhaustion's coming in. Definitely an overwhelming sense. So the task at hand may be too big to go alone, but then not having the ability to see from a higher perspective in this time, which is why there's that withdrawal, because maybe it's hard to share these thoughts and feelings, or being able to delegate something out to others. Yeah, so trying to move away from a feeling of going it alone, but in this moment this person feels that that is the best way. So their desired outcome is a reworking of a new plan, but there's yeah, it's like not being able to catch that fire, not able to, the Two of Pentacles here, so something's got to shift around. With the Six of Pentacles, there needs to be that equal exchange, but somewhere the distortion is that someone's pentacle isn't being valued to the same, yeah, to the same value. Does that make sense? Whereas that's the illusion, because both Ace of Pentacles are highly valuable regardless of what they may present or whatever they may mean for this situation. And the value being lost in each pentacle is coming from this failure to prioritize correctly. Something about time management as well. We've got here the Ace of Swords. So the desired outcome of this person is they want action to be taken. They want an acknowledgement of the truth or the value within a situation, whether that's they want you to see their value, or they want to feel valued, or they are now acknowledging the distortion or what needs to change, and then action to be taken on that. The action to be taken, there's a hesitation with that, but again, 3 hours, 3 days or 3 weeks feels that something is going to come to light very soon. We've got here the Emperor in reverse. So the Emperor and the Empress, there's a truth that's being held about leadership skills. This single-minded, going it alone perspective isn't the desired outcome. There is this equal give and take that's needed. There are two parts of a whole that are needing to come together in order for a strength to be built on this foundation or new plan. So it feels like there is a higher perspective of an end goal, but it's trying to align or bring something together. That is obviously the distortion. What's not being able to be conveyed properly because there's an exhaustion of energy, or the prioritizing is what is bringing that overwhelming of the emotions forward. So a detachment and a resting period is what's happening now, and it's within that the readjustment or the refocus, the perspective is shifting, and that's bringing forward a truth. It's in alignment with the higher goals that this person is wanting for yourself or for them, or whatever this alignment may be. So without this connection, there's a sense of not being able to pull together this big one outcome. This again keeps being shown as a 2 of Pentacles, 2 aces, 2 beginnings. So it could be your beginning, their beginning, may have split apart, going separate ways if it is looking at a split, or whether it's a misunderstanding of where, it feels almost like 2 people having a new beginning. That's obviously important to each other, but trying to align it throws one off of balance. But what's being shown here, that the plan that failed or didn't work is because there was a focus on just one perspective, where it needed to be a higher frequency, let's say, a higher blend, higher prioritizing of both beginnings. That still feels like it's coming across confusing, so sorry for that. It doesn't feel like, it feels like the distortion is that one beginning needed to be built or focused on before something else could come into play. Whereas what needed to happen was that equal exchange, like a little bit of one side, a little bit of the other, and then it's taking turns almost. So shifting the focus. So I'm seeing like the potter's wheel keeps spinning round, which is the 2 of Pentacles, but both are a new beginning for each person or situation. But it's a little bit at a time with the 6 of Pentacles, that chipping away day by day, hour by hour. The page, being on the same page with the plan, both together, is seeing maybe that's what's the problem, that there wasn't a solid plan. Maybe there was a plan for one perspective, but not a plan for both. Something about leadership skills. We've got here the Page of Cups. So this is moving forward. This is the desired actions or outcomes that this person is wanting, or how you're feeling to a situation. If it's a work situation, there is a sense of feeling a bit vulnerable to show the insecurities of how someone is feeling towards you, collective. It feels a fear of rejection, or there is a fear that there's not going to be any change in regards to prioritizing a value or a worth in regards to either their position or your position. With the Emperor and the Empress in reverse, for some of you, it may be a mirroring that feeling that other doesn't value the other as they should be, where both are leaders, both are abundant in their own rights, but joined together, there is that foundation, that strength, and that ability to bear fruit with any area or aspect that the attention and energy is applied. But it's about something about having a plan. We've got here the Ten of Wands. There is, again, we've got this Nine of Wands showing an exhaustion, a feeling of overwhelming. But here we're seeing the Ten of Wands, so again a picking up of a mirroring. We've got here an Ace of Pentacles and an Empress in reverse. We've got an Ace of Pentacles and an Emperor in reverse. We've got here a Ten of Wands, which is an overload of thoughts, feelings, communication. Everything is a massive burden. It feels that there's a placing of the burden is coming from one side or the other, where the plan is a need to share that burden. Something needs to be equalized on both sides. That's where the plan is needed to come together, but has failed in the past because it's a focus on one aspect and it's tilted things out of balance. So the Five of Wands is showing us that conflict. It shows that with the Ten of Wands, halving this burden, it then locks things into place. We've got yin and yang. There's definitely a mirroring, but something's not being communicated properly. So maybe there's never time, or the emotions are too complicated to verbalize for some of you. There's a feeling of misunderstanding. We've got here Justice. So something that's felt unfair needs to be brought back into balance. So let's take a look and see, for those that are resonating with this, what's needing to be done to bring this together, or if there's even a chance. Maybe it's a plan that has been tried over and over, or a prioritizing that has been moved around, shifted around, and not been able to come together. It can even show us that it's showing here what we're going to look into now, the likelihood of where this person's thoughts and feelings are right now, and with the Three of Wands, looking to the future of what's next. It feels that with the desired outcome that they're wanting, There's it's not showing an ending. It's looking like a want or a need for a compromise, but maybe that is the missing element of not knowing what does that look like. So let's see how in alignment to this person's desires or your connection to a situation, how in alignment it is in regards to the outcome. We've got here the Nine of Swords. So someone definitely in their head, it feels like a sense of, with this exhaustion and this healing, just and unable to see a way forward. So the desired outcome, or how in alignment to the desired outcome of this person, or what needs to be done. We've got the Chariot and the Ace of Swords. So a time to take action. Obviously the time scale, whatever way, is that needs to be in regards to the healing side of things, but it's showing here a need to take control. So that is the first basis, that is the foundation. There's a truth or a clarity of a situation. The desire is to take charge of that truth and take action. The issue, or what's out of alignment, is how to put those leadership qualities into a solid plan. So with that, we've got here the Page of Wands. So with the Page of Wands, it's letting us know that to not feed into a block of some kind, this resistance to move forward with passion. The passion is coming from knowing this truth. The truth is the fire to take control. It's with that the Page of Wands will move forward. There is no passion, or there is a block in regards to previous failed plans. Failed feels too strong a description, but if we're clearing the deck, so to say, and we're starting from a fresh page, a fresh perspective, if we're prioritizing the value in each other, let's say, it's putting the shoe on the other foot, it's putting aside your burdens, so to say, collective, and seeing something from the other person's perspective and vice versa, then that will maybe help you prioritize, or help you both to prioritize what needs to happen. I'm seeing a jigsaw locking into place, like building bricks locking into place. Yeah, something slotted in. It's like a pentacle from there is a foundation, a pentacle from there is the next block, and then it slots in like the reading was showing, taking a bit at a time, and one from one side, one from the other. Remember, these pentacles can come in the form of whatever is needed for the bigger outcome goal, the bigger plan. I hope that's making sense. So to get the desired outcome, there's that need to readjust the passion in moving forward. It's aligning to the small steps, taking an initial step on this action. We've got here the Five of Pentacles. We're picking up that there is that fear of loss or a plan not working out. So with the Five of Pentacles, you may be coming from a place of loss, or this person may be coming from a place of loss, or they may be feeling that there's already a negative or a minus in regards to finances and resources, and there's not enough to split that down. That's fine, because it's coming from the blueprint of a plan that wasn't working anyway. for this to be coming up in your energy, for this to be the thoughts and feelings of somebody that's on your mind, that they're wanting to convey something to you. I'm not getting that there's a walking away or a ending or a disconnect for good from whatever this situation represents for you. It feels like a block in what to do next. Don't forget, the Five of Pentacles is the working towards the Ten of Pentacles, a financial or a steady flow, whether it's energy, finances or understanding. We've got, if this is connected to a home life or an environment, it's being put out in the cold. Somebody's feeling that they've had to remove themselves, or they've been pushed there, or it's a distortion and a rejection of each other, because they're associating each other with a loss. Like what was being said, that it's putting a devaluing of someone or something as a loss and projecting that onto them, where that's the illusion and the distortion. We've got the Six of Pentacles, so this is that desired outcome, is that working together, that equal working together to build on whatever this loss is. The Two of Pentacles, which are the joining of both pentacles, is what starts building on that. We've got here the Seven of Wands. So a letting down of the guard, a letting down of the defensiveness that's coming from this distortion. It feels like with this Ten of Wands, the separation or the halving of this burden, it feels that it's bringing forward a releasing of resistance. It feels that there's a releasing of the defensiveness. Don't forget, if we're looking that this person's already coming from a place of exhaustion, that this Seven of Wands in the reverse is also a mirroring of that. It needs to be acknowledged that in order to move forward in harmony, into being on the same page, that someone can't do something alone. There's a call out or a cry or a real need for help, and that could be on both sides. So a laying down of the defensiveness. There does feel a conversation that's being had. So you may already be in talks with someone, or this could be something that's coming in the next 3 hours, 3 days or 3 weeks. But a dropping a defensiveness. I keep getting a sense of a breakthrough. So the dam walls coming down, floodgates opening, whether that's inspiration, ideas, or whether that's help coming forward. And that's help coming forward on this change of perspective. So we've got here the Page of Pentacles. Someone's saying that they're not prepared to give any more into a situation without the knowing that something's coming back. In order to realign to whatever this situation means for you, it needs to revalue whatever this offer, this pentacle may be. Don't forget, this Page of Pentacles and this Knight of and this Page of Wands, with both of them being in reverse, it can't move forward. It's like the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Something's at a block or a standstill. There needs to be this change of perspective, a willingness to give back to a situation with a new alignment to a plan, a new plan in moving forward. This is what sparks the new inspiration, the new lines of communication, the knowing that the putting in is energetically on the back of a healing situation or a working together. Something doesn't need to be done alone. So it's not having to give more and then it still be taken from you with nothing replenishing back. That's the old way. This is the willingness to put in. We've got here the Eight of Cups. So with the Eight of Cups being in reverse, there's this indecision about walking away, but it's not showing that there is a complete walking away. So as the Four of Swords is showing us that there is this reevaluation of situation, something's being reblended is exactly the feeling that it's been giving me, a reworking of the tools or a replacing, a restructuring of a situation. It doesn't feel that this is the guidance to walk away from something. Obviously it's a general reading, so use your discernment, but it feels a way to get back on track with what this person's desires are, that there's a need to make a decision with the clarity and the taking charge, with a new perspective, taking action to keep putting into something. The willingness to. It's not showing the guidance of walking away. We've got here the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups, whether it's masculine or feminine, is being shown that there's a need to connect with the emotions on a healthier level. Whatever this is, it's being orchestrated or being guided on a higher level, and it needs to come with kindness, care and compassion. The only way that that can turn the Emperor and the Empress in the upright is with that love that bonds the two. They recognise in each other, whether they're both on hardship grounds right now, the Five of Pentacles, or whether there's a lack of confidence or a lack of self-worth or whatever it may equate to. With this loving energy of the Queen of Cups, it's showing that the Emperor in reverse is drawing on the love from the Queen of Cups to help position them in the upright, and the same from the Empress in reverse. She needs to reconnect with this Queen of Cups energy to see the value in herself. With the Emperor in reverse, there's that acknowledgement of the feminine energy that comes forward, that needs to be drawn on. There's a nurturing. There could be an imbalance with the Empress operating more on a masculine energy and the Emperor coming on more of a feminine energy. There's that readjustment, realignment. So there's something about knowing the other's role and what they're here to do, rather than a projection of you've got to do that, like an expectation. It's creating the space for each other to harness their best qualities and see it for what it is. Yeah, I just keep getting that someone or each other are not viewing each other in the right light. I hope that's making sense. We've got here the Two of Wands, which is in the upright. So with this readjustment of the ingredients, or the magician on both sides, there is that the egg, the blending, something that's sticking together. It's not even feeling glue. It just feels like, I suppose, with clay, and then the moulding, the reworking, it can be bashed down and then rebuilt into whatever it needs to be. That's the energy that this person is working with, and yourself or yourself in this situation. With the water element that's put into the clay, it's that keeps it supple, moist, and for everyone that hates that word, but it's pliable. There's a lot that can be worked with here. That is the potential. That should be the excitement of knowing, the just wanting to take charge. The sword of truth is letting you know that from a higher perspective that this can work. There's definitely something about that potter's wheel, the water being put on, that's holding something together, which we're here with the Queen of Cups. It's the emotions, the healthy emotions, that is tying this together. It's that baseline of those healthy emotions, that love, that unconditional love, that turn both of these leadership qualities into the upright. So with that, we've got the Two of Wands, and if you look there, that is the Emperor and the Empress right there. There's a sense of calm in each other's energies, whereas from the beginning there's been a distortion, and it's a draining of one energy and not replenishing in the other. Okay, so I'm getting a sense of almost like a hanged person energy, something obviously with this exhaustion and this waiting for what's next, waiting for somebody to do something, show something. Remember, this person, it feels they're not communicating how they're feeling, so you may not be in communication, or they may not be able to put their feelings into words. So let's take a look and see what needs to be considered in order to get this plan of action to come together, and especially with this Ten of Wands. So there's a lot of wands on the table, definitely. So how to, yeah, and I keep even seeing with the Ten of Wands and the halving, the burden and the load, it's releasing this resistance to change, lowering the guard, so an element of trust. And then we've got the Two of Wands. So again, it's splitting the plan to become the Ace of Wands, which is the fire in the belly. If this is a business idea for some of you, then there's that conflict within as to, should you get started or no. My feel is whatever you're applying this energy to, it feels like it's a yes. So what's needed to be bear in mind, for you to bear in mind, or this person or both of you, in order to pull this together? Wisdom, knowing that you have all the answers, all of the ingredients, and you have the time. There's a rebalancing, a Four of Wands. There is enough information and wisdom that can be put into action to bring harmony back to a situation. We've got here, love begins. The love for self, love for each other. The Queen of Cups energy, building a bridge. And again, look, that kind of looks like a potter's wheel or a potter's bowl, something that's been made by the two hands working together, water being poured over to make it supple, workable. The rainbow over the top, the healing energy. Yeah, working together. The firm foundation, knowing that this is the crucial side of the plan. Until the foundation can be agreed on, and knowing that it's not one person going to be giving their everything and all, like a bottomless pit of energy or resources or whatever it is just to be taken from. It will be replenished. That is the trust. It's the bricks and mortar that's going into a situation. It's knowing that heartache and loss has been a part of the process, but that's what brings the wisdom forward. That's what makes you stronger. That's where the healing comes from. It's recognizing it's not being done to you, it's the way that something's being perceived. We've got here the heart, the root chakra, the base chakra. It's the solidifying a plan. It's grounding yourself. I just keep feeling a passion, a desire and a trust. There's definitely an alignment of the same outcome goal, but it's leading back to the plan. Look, fulfillment of wishes is at the bottom of the deck. My feel is that the guidance for this reading, for this person, that they want you to know that there is still hope within a situation. They just don't know how to get from A to B. There's a need for you to shift the way that you're seeing something on the same as the guidance that this has been given, or this is yourself and your higher self's guidance towards a situation. There's a lot of potential here, and the energy feels really, really strong, positive. And there's more trust and love connected that's holding it and binding it together than's being given credit for. Okay, so let's just see. Okay, so our final message is, and please let me know what you think in the comments, or like and subscribe. Okay, Page of Gabriel. So we've seen loads of pages, so that's significant. The initial intentions. Energetic, brave, optimistic and playful. Follow your passion. You are ready for any challenge. Opportunities for excitement and adventure. Ace of Michael. We're already seeing a lot of the aces, which lets you know the 3 days, 3 hours, 3 weeks. It's all of the aces and the major arcanas is the imminent. It's happening. A wonderful new idea. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Clear up communication problems with others. And then finally, 7 of Gabriel. And that's the love begins rainbow there. Stand up for what you believe in. Have confidence. Claim your personal power. Amazing. So there you go, collective. That is your little reading for today. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.